interviewing people about AI art. Okay. I gotta find people to interview. What's your take on AI art?
It's pretty cool sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
How come sometimes?
It's not always cool.
What makes it not always? What makes it not always cool?
I'm just saying sometimes it's like, you can put a random. It's cool because you can put a random prompt in, whatever you want, and it'll create something that would have taken someone hours, days, maybe even weeks to complete.
So would you consider AI art to be art?
Not exactly.
How come?
Because I feel like to be artistic means to have, some creativity. I don't really think a robot or a program can be defined as creative exactly, right? It's written to just do a certain thing. So yeah.
So you think that since the AI has been programmed by other people to do a certain action, it doesn't make it creative because the AI itself isn't human?
Yeah. I feel like you kind of have to be human, or maybe not human, but you have to be living and capable of thought to be creative.
So, to sum it up, you think that a human has to be the one doing the art for it to be considered creative?
Yeah, pretty much.
With that, would you consider art to be AI art?
Do I consider AI art to be art? I mean, I guess technically no, is my answer, but I mean, you can call it AI art, just like generally, an AI creation of an image or painting, but maybe not art. Yeah. So no, is my answer, in short.
Alright, would you like to add anything else?
Nope.
Alright, well, thank you. Thank you. What was your name again?
Luis.
Thank you, Luis, for your time, and have a good rest of your day.
You too, sir. Goodbye now.
Alright, victim one done. Time to find another person. What's your take on AI art?
I mean, I know that AI art seems to be like really beautiful and kind of perfect. But if you think about it, the AI algorithm takes art, pre-existing art from actual artists and people. And so, in that case, I think that AI art shouldn't be considered art. And in fact, it's just AI is just stealing art.
So,
Yeah.
so you're saying that AI art is just a form of plagiarism?
I think, yeah, that's what I meant to say, yeah. I think it's a form of plagiarism, and I think that if people start using AI art and considering or selling it, I think that should be a form of fraud.
So what would you say that, what if a person uses the AI tool to make the art? Would you consider it to be art then?
No, because I think that's still, because like the tool itself would be like using art already, so I think that's still like somewhat cheating.
So, but the tool is using art, so will that be considered art?
Say it again?
So you said the tool is using the art, so wouldn't that make it art itself though?
No, because it's not original. That's like saying like that's like getting clips from movies and then putting it together and saying that's your own movie. It's not.
So you're saying that the art has to come from human hands, and from, it's like pencil to paper, paint to canvas. AI is absolutely no form of art at all.
I do not think so. I think that art, like, there's many forms of art, It doesn't always have to be like painting on a canvas, but I think that AI art is just plagiarism.
So to sum it up, you think that AI art is a form of plagiarism, and AI art couldn't be art?
Yes.
Even if the person were to use the tool to make the art?
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Where are we walking?
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. So what was your name again?
Sophia Chang.
All right. Thank you for your time, and have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Would you like a bag of Ruffles?
Sure.
What's your take on AI art?
I feel like AI art isn't real art because it's not really a person making it. It's like an AI making it, so I feel like it should be considered real art if it's not a real person making it.
So you would say, since AI is a form of technology, that anything it creates isn't considered art?
Not really, no. I don't think anything it creates is really art because it's not a real person making it.
What if it's a real person using the AI tool to make the art? Would you consider art for it to be art then, since it's a human putting in the action?
Probably not. I feel like it's more like they're assisting the AI instead of the AI assisting them, you know, because the AI is the one actually doing it. They're kind of just giving the prompt or whatever, you know?
So you think that a human has to be the one physically putting pen to paper or paint to canvas for it to be considered art?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add?
Not really.
Not
About
really.
it for the AI art.
So at the end, would you say that AI can never be a form of art no matter the case?
That's kind of a harder question. Not like the, you know, traditional art, like an actual painting or nothing like that. I feel like it couldn't with that, but like probably some exceptions with certain stuff, but I'm not really sure. But as of right now, I don't really see any form of AI being actual art.
All right. So with that, is there anything else you want to add?
No, that's about it.
All right. What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Goose.
All right, Goose. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day, man.
So,
All right. See ya.
there you go.
Dumb bitch.
What's your
I wouldn't take that
what's your opinion on the limits of AI?
Limits of AI? I feel like, especially in school, like when looking at Roman and seeing all the work Roman's done with AI, you know, I feel like it really limits learning. Especially if you know you look at Roman, you can definitely tell that limits his learning.
So do you think that AI is causing humans to be less smart?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like teenagers nowadays are too caught up in using it because they feel like it can write full-on essays for them, when truly it can't even write a proper sentence.
So you think that AI is doing more work than the people actually are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you consider AI to be a tool or just a way of being lazy?
I feel like AI could be used more properly as a tool, you know, so that it doesn't, you know, get overused as some way to cheat in a class.
Do you think that AI could have any positive ways of working?
Well, I mean, it allows innovations and like artists to be like creative and everything, as well as it might help spark some ideas, but I don't think it has a basic premise to it.
So, do you think that the AI could be helpful when it comes to art, like you said?
Yeah, it might give some inspiration to people.
He what?
But would you consider AI to be art?
Depends on what you see as art, you know?
That's something I would
So you
do.
think it's just kind of subjective?
Well, I mean, it's like some people see the Mona Lisa as
It's some shit I would do.
while others see it as just another painting.
I see. So you're saying that it's not about what comes out of the AI.
So did you get, like,
but
put in, like,
it's
a
about how people
zero,
can
or
use
did
the AI.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Fuck no. Fuck no. Not at all.
Batali, what's your
So what's your stand then? Do you think that AI is art, or AI is just there to be helpful?
I think it's just there. No, not even probably to be helpful, but it's there.
It's just there? Okay.
been a long
And your name is?
What the fuck do you think my name is, dumbass?
And your name is?
Wyatt.
Nice to meet you, Wyatt.
Dumb piece of shit.
Okay. And we're still moving, by the way, right? Alright, so see our mobile. Move those feet, boy. Move those feet. Alright, so I'm here with
Roman.
what's your opinion on the limits of AI?
The limits on AI, I feel like it's a good and bad thing. I mean, some of us need like AI to help. I mean, I know some like teachers that be like using AI to like make assignments. I don't think that's fair.
You don't think that AI is a fair usage of a tool in this day society?
I think it can be a fair tool if we use it correctly.
Go further on that.
Well, we got people who use it to help them actually learn, and then to actually just flat out cheat, which I would never do, Mr. Taylor.
Flat out. So you think that depending on how you use the tools, how it could affect the person or something?
Yes.
So what do you think's the limit on this?
I feel like if you're using it as a tool to help, I think that's the limit. If you're using it to cheat, that's where you like draw the line.
Do you think that in any other cases besides school that this could go into play?
Yes, in a workplace, it could help you. I feel like with a job, it could really help.
Help with what?
Well, it could help you like make a presentation or like know what to put on the presentation or something like that. I don't know.
So you would say that the AI is a tool, but not necessarily like. Hold on, let me. Is there any circumstances to where you think AI shouldn't be a tool?
I think using it for art, like AI art, would be good. It could help massively.
You think that you think that the AI would be good for helping people with art or making art?
It could be used for both, making art and drawing art.
So you would consider AI art to be art?
Yes.
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely, yes.
Okay, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Alright, what's your name?
Roman, give me extra credit.
Thank you for your time, and yeah.
What are you gonna be my ass using AI?
Still moving. Still moving. Alright, I'm here with, what's your name, sir?
Elias.
What's your opinion on the limits of AI?
I think that there definitely should be some safety behind it because we don't want to let too many young kids get introduced to that. Just because I think young kids in general should. Like recently, I did an assignment. I used ChatGPT, but not to cheat, but to summarize me documents, big documents in the Constitution, which was very helpful. But I do believe there should be certain limitations on AI.
So you think that AI shouldn't really be used as a tool going forward?
I do agree with it being used as a tool because some people can use AI to be really creative. But at the same time, there should be some safety measurements behind it, so people don't make something either like that can harm people, and or like not too offensive, but it can't be like blatantly trying to be like really racist or anything like that.
You mentioned it. People using AI to be really creative. So, what do you mean by that?
Some artists have used AI to make music, and music is an art.
Other people can try to use it to inspire to create ideas. People can use AI to generate images to help create ideas as well for art. You can tell AI to do lots of things related to artists. You can probably you can have art make music as well, and other things such as that.
Would you consider the AI to be a tool to used for the art, or would you consider AI to be the form of the art?
In a way, it is a form of the art because that AI involves coding, and any skill that you learn and perfect is technically an art. Some people can be really good at what their skill is, and the people that create and code these AIs do the art by itself too. But it definitely is also used as a tool for art.
So, would you consider AI art to be art?
Yes, I do consider it to be art.
Alright, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that'd be all.
Alright, thank you, Elias. I appreciate you for being in this interview.
Yep, you're welcome.
Alright, cool. Alright, I'm here with...
Owen.
Nice to meet you, Owen. What's your opinion on the limits of AI? What's your take on the limits of AI?
I'd say I don't really like how people are using AI at the moment. I think I've seen recently, at least, maybe just like the popularization of AI art, especially if like the Studio Ghibli sort of like AI art situation where celebrities were like putting like a Ghibli style on their photos just by using AI. Like I've seen some other similar situations, but like it's already it's already taking jobs from artists, as it is. And on top of that, I know AI is kind of at least projected in the future to get rid of something like 30 to 40% of the current jobs in the job market. So there's I feel like AI, it can be productive in some ways, but the way it's currently being used and like being projected to be used over the next little while is kind of frightening because at the moment it might seem good while we're like students or while people are using it to help them with their jobs, but come like 15 years, those jobs they're using it for the need for those people might just become obsolete. So I think we really kind of need to reevaluate our using AI and come to an agreement on how we can be more productive with AI so that it doesn't harm us in the future.
So you'd say AI should be more of a tool than a way of getting doing things easier?
Yeah, because, well, the way AI is right now, it's going to take a lot of jobs, but I think if people keep letting their job, or keep like just handing over parts of their job to AI, they're just going to make it easier for AI to take over, So I think people kind of have to just be able to say no to AI, or at least understand when people actually need to use AI rather than when they can just do the job themselves,
Going back to when you talked about the art, why do you think that it's bad that AI is doing art?
What's that? I think it's bad because, like, I mean, artists, I'm not too sure about this, but if you're gonna, like, take your time to study to be an artist or do art, there's not really, like, you've kind of boxed yourself in already, right? There's not a whole lot you can do for work outside of that'll pay you a lot. It's like, if you're a very specialized artist, and then, like, used to be able to sell your art for like, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 a piece. You know, it'd take you a little while to make it, but you know, in the end, you're still making your money, and it's like, you know, a career that works for you. Like, after AI takes over, you know, where can they really turn to? It's kind of, they got no jobs, right? Unless they want to work, you know, the grocery store or at Amazon, you know.
So, would you consider AI art to be art?
No, I wouldn't say it's art. No, definitely not.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that's pretty much how I feel about AI. Like, it's how I've been feeling. Like, especially with school, I know a lot of people who use AI, and like, I see when I can use it, but I'm like, I have to make sure I'm still used to. I have to make sure I can still like work and like make it do everything for me, you know.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for your time, Owen.
So like, yeah, that's about it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for your time, Owen. Nice interviewing you.
Yeah, no problem. And just happy to help.
All right. Thank you. All right. I'm here with.
Neil.
What's your take on the limits of AI?
Feel like AI should be limited to like creative works. So like if you're trying to like imitate people using AI, then like that's like a no-go. But like if you're using it for like inspiration and like to create something new out of it, then I mean I guess it's okay.
So you would say that AI should be used more as a tool than an actual source?
Yeah. I think if you use AI correctly, it can be helpful, but I think a lot of the time it ends up as more harmful.
Why do you think it ends up more harmful?
Because people don't know how to use it.
Why don't people know how to use it?
Because they see it as like a fix-it-all like tool where they can just use it to solve any problem that they have. And then when it ends up backfiring, they have no idea how to like figure out another solution, which ends up just damaging people's like idea of like work.
How could it end up being damaging?
I mean, if you look at someone that relies on AI to like do basically everything for them, you end up losing the function to think properly and then do things by yourself. So you end up depending on AI to the point where you actually like can't do anything alone without the use of AI.
What are some of the things that could be affected by that?
Education, school, a lot of like research can be like severely like influenced by how like AI generates data for you. And then also if you use AI for to like create something and then publish it as your own, that's also like pretty like low effort, and then it leads to like no like real skill gained. It's just like you're knowing how to use the tool, you're not knowing why it works.
So you're saying that using AI and using only AI to create things is a form of plagiarism?
I want to say plagiarism, because plagiarism is copying off someone else's work, and for that to happen, I don't know if AI uses other people's work as reference to create something. I mean, if it does, then I guess, yeah, it is plagiarism.
Would you continue, or not would you continue, but do you think that people would continue to use AI for things in the future if they knew the effects that it could have?
Yeah. I mean, people love to be lazy. AI is an easy tool to use, and it produces predictable results. I don't see a reason why people would stop using it if it keeps working. But the difference is that people that use AI will probably have a less likely chance of developing actual skills that they can use, whereas like people that don't use AI will more likely like develop more skills that they can actually like implement into like the actual like life.
So you're saying that AI shouldn't be used as a tool regardless?
Depends on the use of the tool. I mean, I feel like if you use AI for like maybe like looking at like the surface level of like information, and then you use that surface level of information and you dig deeper into it, I think AI is a good like surface diver. But other than that, if you're gonna use it to like generate works or like art, and then try to like take advantage of that, then I mean that's an example of like a bad thing for it to be used as a tool.
So you'd say that using AI to make art wouldn't make it art?
Yeah, I mean, when I think of art, I think of like someone having to go through the process of like brainstorming and then creating it. But with AI, I mean, no one's really creating it. It's just it's like code, and then it's executing a script, and then it produces like a generic result. So I mean, how can you call it art?
So AI art is not art?
No, not really. It's like it's like if you compare like a math professor to a calculator, would you say that the calculator is like a college level professor? I mean, not really. It's just executing code, and all someone has to do is put the math into the calculator.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, not really.
All right. Well, thank you, Neil, for your time, and have a good rest of your day.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
All right. See you later. All right. I'm here with
Frank.
All right, Frank. What's your take on the limits of AI?
I think that AI should really have a huge role in society, just because of the fact that some people, like I do believe that eventually robots will take over. Even though this might sound crazy right now, it's super small. It's just AI. But there's evident proof that AI has changed and evolved really fast in previous years.
So, do you think the takeover of AI is going to affect the job industry at all?
Yes, because if someone's losing their job because you can just tell an art, like so for like companies that want to make like ads or advertisements or anything like that, they can just say to the AI like make me this, and someone can lose their job like that.
All right. So, would you say that AI is going to end up being the death of the art industry, since you just said it's going to take over AI art jobs or art jobs?
Yes, because like it's it's gonna be a lot easier to create art now with just typing in something. The computer spits it out for you. Then you just say it's yours, and that's it. There's gonna be less creativity.
So you would say that AI art is not art?
Yes, AI art is not art.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
All right. Well, Frank, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right. See you later. All right. Hello. I'm here with
Wesley.
All right, Wesley. What's your take on the limits of AI?
I think there should be certain limits on it,
Like what?
depending on what you're using it for. If you're using it in an artistic and craftsman way, I think it's perfectly allowed just because you're doing something to create a form of art. You can have the AI see your pictures so you can have a reference or have some inspiration when you're struggling to draw something.
So you would say that AI is better off used as a tool than being used as an actual art method?
Yeah.
So with this being said, would you consider AI art to be art?
Yeah, I believe it is art.
Something created by AI itself is art, I think.
Yes, the AI created it, it is art.
All right. Well, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No.
All right. Well, thank you, Wesley. That was nice interviewing you.